keep right at the front of the show what's happening in Venezuela. It is a dire economic situation there. Frankly, it's collapsing. I think that's an active word to use. It is a humanitarian crisis, that's for sure, political as well. Joining us now is Israel Ortega. He's the senior writer for Opportunity Lives and knows something about Venezuela and what's going on there. Is he flat out, I say, this is the failure of socialism? You want to disagree with me?
No, absolutely not. Look, at the root of what's happening here is absolutely socialism, and it's been the government's faithfulness to the system that it is not working. Yes, there's gross mismanagement. Yes, there's corruption, but socialism really is the root cause of what's happening here. And as we've seen, images of infants in ICU units, for example, dying. This is something reported by the New York Times just yesterday. So you're absolutely right. This is a humanitarian crisis, and for me, it's a direct result of socialism.
Now, what should we do about it? If it's a humanitarian crisis, people are dying in hospitals there. Do you think America will be called upon for some kind of bailout or a huge humanitarian airlift of goods and supplies to bail them out?
No, what Venezuela desperately needs is economic freedom. It needs to reinvigorate its private sector. Look, under Maduro, Venezuela has been appropriating private businesses. They have been tampering with the market, and that's why they're in the situation they're in now. So no, they don't need a bailout. What they need is to correct its economic model, get away from socialism, which is not working, and embrace the market.
Well, you know, Puerto Rico is on the verge of bankruptcy and collapse. And the mayor of New York says the administration, America refuses to bail them out because they are people of color, and that makes us racists. Now, are we going to get the same thing in Venezuela? We don't bail them out, we don't help them because they're people of color, and we're racists? I mean, are we going to hear that all over again?
No, that's unfortunate, and frankly, it's insulting. Look, I'm an immigrant to this country from Mexico, and my family fled Mexico because of corruption and embracing statist policies. No, what Venezuela, what Puerto Rico need, again, is returning back to the private sector, the free market principles that we know actually yield to better outcomes. And unfortunately for Puerto Rico and Venezuela, they need to correct their system. They don't need a bailout. They don't need an influx of money. What they need is to change course.
Forgive me for just digressing for 20 seconds, but you're an immigrant from Mexico. Could you see yourself voting for Trump?
Not at this time, but look, you know, during the last 8 years under Barack Obama, things have not gotten better for Hispanics by and large, and so I think a change in course is needed here in this country as well.
Okay, interesting stuff. Israel Ortega, thanks very much for joining us. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.